Hey trainers, and welcome into the stream. I'm your host, Alec Ham, here to bring you some more Pokemon video magic. And tonight we have a very special stream because tonight is Fight Night in the Go Battle League. That means we have access to extra sets, up to 20 sets, which means that we can play up to 100 matches. I don't know if I will have the stamina to do that tonight, but I'm going to play quite a few of them because the rewards are high. It is a triple Stardust reward system right now. So I will probably be streaming through a good chunk of the evening. I may take breaks from the stream and playing Go Battle League to go on walks to sort of get up and move around instead of just sitting and playing games, and maybe to work off some of this food that I have here. I'm having dinner in the park, and the park is such a great place to settle in and be able to play some Pogo here. I think it'll be really fun. So the leagues available are Master League Open, Master League Classic, and Element Cup, and I have no interest in playing either Master League Open or Element Cup, so y'all are going to be seeing Master League Classic if you stick with the stream for a while tonight. Master League Classic is one of my favorite leagues. It's not necessarily the one that I perform the best in, but tonight is really about fun because we are getting those Stardust rewards regardless of whether we are winning these battles. Even if we lose, we are likely to make tens of thousands in Stardust for every set, and I have 4 star pieces, so I will probably be using most or all of those tonight because it's really going to maximize the amount of Stardust that I can get. I recommend the same for y'all, so if y'all happen to play while you're watching the stream or afterward or whatever, because it's already triple the Stardust and Go Battle League is the fastest way to get Stardust right now, then using those star pieces, if you have any saved, is going to be a really, really strong idea here. I have some goals for the ways that I want to use my Stardust. So I really want to add a secondary charge move to Vigoroth. So I finally have enough candy for that. But I would like to add Drill Run, which means I need some more Stardust. And also, I have an Excadrill that I think can work for the Master League. Yeah, that's not bad. I mean, it's not great that the attack stat is low, but it is 3-star. So I would like to power up the Excadrill and give it a secondary charge move if possible. And hey, if we get some rare candy on the way, that would be amazing. So I'm going to just dive right in. I have several teams that are preset that are doing, pretty well. They're doing all right now. But I'm going to build one more here because the most common Pokemon I see are Mewtwo, which would be pretty well countered by Giratina. Some kind of Earth user to deal with the Steel types. So Kyogre probably helps there. And then we have the Dragons and the Psychic types, which would be defeated by Melmetal. So I'm going to go ahead and grab those. I don't really know what's running in the meta right now. So I guess I'll just start with this team and see how it goes. And if it's not going great, I'll switch to something else. One of the things I want to do tonight is just highlight different players and have fun showing off different Pokemon that I have. Even if I lose with the teams, I think it'll be fun just to see these Pokemon at work. Okay, so picking up what I think is generally a positive lead, even though Dragon Tail is going to do a lot of super effective damage, they do not have charge moves that are going to be particularly effective against Giratina. And we do charge faster, so Shadow Ball is going to be dealing out a lot of damage here. This should just be a Sky Attack. Yeah, so not too bad. I mean, those Dragon Tails are really going to add up, but I think we will either take the shield or KO here. Giratina is very useful because there are so many psychic types. Okay, they let the Lugia go and bring in Gardevoir. Those charms should be resisted by the Melmetal. Okay, and we've got a fighter with Machamp, so I'm going to go ahead and bring in Kyogre. I'll take one Cross Chop, but otherwise I'm going to be more or less willing to use all of the shields on Kyogre because Melmetal can and will beat Gardevoir if I can just get past this Machamp. And if we can stay ahead on shields, that would be particularly good. But even if we don't, that's okay, right? I think they will get to their charge move first. I will shield this, because if I can get extra farm on the Machamp, that's going to help out here. Can we KO? We do KO, and the Surf is loaded. Possibly taking that final shield, that would be nice. No shield. That's okay, they're very low, so one Rock Slide should more or less finish the game here. I think the worst that Gardevoir can do is Shadow Ball, and that will not one-hit KO Melmetal. They will need multiple Shadow Ball attacks to make that happen. Okay, so they saw the writing on the wall and let it go. So that was a good game. That was pretty fun. That was a spicy team from the opponent. Lugia is becoming a little more mainstream because Dragon Tail got buffed, so it's working pretty well against the meta right now. But Gardevoir is still a little more uncommon, and the more charm users available, the better in most situations here. So that was nicely done. I'm glad that was Gardevoir and not Togekiss, because Gardevoir is a little bit glassier and takes super effective damage from Giratina because of its part psychic typing. Okay, Giratina into Melmetal. This is pretty good. We are definitely going to do a lot more damage to the Melmetal than it can do to us, even though it charges faster. So this is either Rock Slide or Superpower. We can tank either one fine. Yeah, Rock Slide, no big deal. I'm going to keep building up energy in case they swap out. Okay, so I overfarmed a little, and now I'm going to go for Shadow Ball. This won't KO, but it will do quite a bit of damage. Yep, that's a very nice chunk. I'm going to go for another Shadow Ball right away, trying to put pressure on those shields. If they put up a shield, then I feel okay putting up a shield for us, but okay, they just decide to let it go. And in comes the Togekiss, which is going to hard farm the Giratina, and that is fine by me. We are going to come in with the Melmetal, and out comes Kyogre. Oh, I did not count those correctly, so I guess I'm going to have to block this. Basically what I want to do is either get shields or chip damage and then switch out the Melmetal, because Melmetal will have a pretty easy time with Togekiss as long as it's not debuffed, so I will need to swap it out in order to reset the debuff that comes with using these superpowers. So I'm going to bring in my own Kyogre. It is bigger, badder, and stronger, so I'm pretty happy about that. Looks like they're trying to build up enough energy for a secondary charge move, maybe something like Thunder. But they decide to let the Kyogre go. I'm not sure if that is the best course of action available to them, because Togekiss is not going to perform well against either Kyogre or Melmetal. So their best chance at getting a win was actually keeping that Kyogre alive. Okay, so that worked out pretty nicely as well. We're just going to keep rolling with this team because it happens to be working right now. All right, Gira O into Kyogre. This is really good for us. Ghost damage will be neutral against the Kyogre, but water damage will be ineffective. I don't mind taking a Surf, so I'm going to go ahead and over-farm because Giratina does really, really well when it has energy available. Just a Surf, that's not going to be too bad. I expect that they want us to throw energy and then they'll swap out. So they went ahead and launched into the Togekiss. I'm just going to chip away at the Togekiss and then bring in Melmetal. We have multiple ways of doing super effective damage here. They're probably close to a move, so I'm going to go ahead and go for Rock Slide to put pressure on the shields. And now we will see if they are willing to let it go or if they are going to double shield. Either way is fine by me. I will shield. Oh, that is perfect. Yeah, I love that. So they probably have a flamethrower here. That's fine. I'm just going to shield it and I'm going to farm up a bunch of energy. Yeah, perfect. I think we can just Thunder Shock down, actually. Yeah, so that's pretty good. Kyogre's probably coming back, I would imagine. Yep. So I'm going to go for a Rock Slide. Hoping to buy some time, because if I can swap, that's great. Yeah. Okay, good. So I swapped into the Giratina. And actually, I want to preserve a little health on the Giratina here so that it doesn't get farmed down in case they throw in like a Dialga or something. So I'm going to keep Shadow Clawing. I'm going to try and Shadow Claw down. Okay, we are able to do it. And, oh, they have a Metagross. This might get one-shot by Shadow Ball. Okay, not one-shot. Their Metagross is, I guess, much healthier than mine is. It is like 200 CP higher, so that makes sense. But 2 Shadow Ball attacks will definitely KO. Okay, but they quit out the match. Yeah, which is fair. They were in a pretty bad position there. And Kyogre could have done a lot of damage in that circumstance as well. So, that was fun. Again, this kind of anti-meta team seems to be working, so we're just going to keep rolling. All right. I was wondering where the Garchomp leads went. This is probably Sand Tomb because everybody baits with Sand Tomb, but I can't risk it being something else. So I'm going to try to get that shield back with this Shadow Ball. But I definitely have to swap out, and I'm going to go into the Kyogre, which will do neutral damage against the Garchomp, and they come in with their own Kyogre. They have higher CP, but I do have energy advantage here, so I'm going to be going straight for Thunder. And if they shield this, then I'm going to shield their attack and go for Thunder again. They'll probably bait. Yep, they baited with Surf. So I don't know. Okay, this is probably good because it means it's another Surf, which will bring us low. I don't know if we'll quite get to another Thunder, but I'm going to try really hard. And we do get there. Now this Garchomp is going to be a problem Okay, perfect. And Giratina might just get farmed down, but I have the most energy on Giratina. It's just gonna Sand Tomb me again. So I'm going to swap out once again. Usually if it has Sand Tomb, it doesn't have Earth power, but this one might. We'll see. Nope, just Sand Tomb. Okay. Not too bad. I think Superpower is going to do more damage than Rock Slide here, so I'm going to go for back-to-back Superpowers. That is going to bring my Melmetal very low. Actually, Rock Slide should KO from here, so I'm not going to debuff myself more than I have to. And we'll see what they've got in the back, and it is Tyranitar. Okay, so okay, we are not going to get to 2 superpowers, but we can get to 1. So this should do a fair amount of damage, but I don't know if that will be enough for a Shadow Ball to KO, because Shadow Ball is resisted. We just barely get there. Come on, Shadow Ball. Yes! Yes, 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 yes. Let's go. Taking down that Tyranitar. You don't see Tyranitar very often here, and I usually get kind of nervous about it because I do not have very many strong Tyranitar counters. Which probably means I should be using Tyranitar, but every time I use it, somebody has a hard counter, so I've just kind of given up for the time being, I guess. Shadow Mewtwo. It is super weak to... Oh, it's only 909. That's interesting. And this is a 1500 Pokemon, so these are all tiny. This person is just... yeah, just letting their Pokemon go so that they can... participate and get the Stardust without having to play through a bunch of long battles. So that's fine. I'll take a win here. I would like to play some sets with Ho-Oh for y'all tonight because I really like Ho-Oh. It is kind of difficult to use, but it is such a hard-hitting attacker. If you can get ahead on energy, that's going to be great. Okay, obviously, before I claim those rewards, I'm going to want to start a star piece. I don't need all those fast TMs. Okay. So, starting the star piece, claiming rewards, 4,000 just for winning 1 match. That is incredible. 81,000 for getting the 5 there. So that's quite a bit of Stardust just for playing so far. Wow. Okay, got it. $22,000 Stardust. So yeah, I made about 30,000 just for playing through the set with a star piece. Not every set is going to be that high because I'm not going to win 5 in every set, but I mean playing these extra 20 sets or any number of them tonight is going to result in amazing rewards. Okay, so Groudon doesn't have any candy. Who was I giving candy to? Does Machamp need some? Yeah, I was gonna try and push Machamp a little higher. I'm gonna need a lot more there though. Okay, also we have enough for Vigoroth, so I'm going to go ahead and give Vigoroth the secondary charge move. That is not at all the move I wanted. I wanted Drill Run, but I do not have any TMs right now. Hopefully we will take care of that as we go along through Battle Night. Alright, so I've got a half hour to do another set. For this particular set, I'm just going to stick with this team because it's working out, and if I can win more, you know, that's preferable. I don't need to win for anything tonight because I'm going to get big rewards regardless, but you know, the rewards are a little higher if you can pull off more wins than less. Okay, Giratina into Melmetal. Fantastic lead. Y'all saw how this worked out before. This is a level 40 maxed out Melmetal. Okay, and they opted to swap into Dragonite, so I am going to... Okay, well apparently they won CMP tie. I'm not sure how that works, but fine. So I'll block the Dragon Claw. I will try to get that shield back with Shadow Ball. And we do have a lot of extra energy farmed up. Now we can go into the Melmetal. This Dragonite has nothing that is going to phase Melmetal. The worst they could do would be a Hurricane, which is definitely not going to KO from this range. Dragon Claw doing virtually nothing. They know they're going to go down. They are just chipping damage, but I want to build up. Okay, I am now at 100 energy on this Melmetal. Will they let the Dragonite go? Yep, they were willing to do it. Again, I'm going to let this attack come through. And we want energy in case they bring their own Melmetal back, so I'm going to Thunder Shock down. And they have a Groudon. So I'm going to go for back-to-back superpowers. Oh. Being that our switch clock was up, you know, the Giratina was going to be a better counter here. Shadow Ball is going to do a lot. And they'll probably hit us with Earthquake, but I'm not going to shield. I'm going to let the Giratina go because I know that Kyogre is going to be an incredibly strong response to both of the remaining Pokemon. So I want to save that shield for Kyogre. I'll go ahead and block this one in case it is superpower. It was not. It was just a bait. But that's fine. Eventually, to do much damage, they're going to have to use superpower, and their defense is going to be so debuffed after that. It's going to be incredibly hard for them to come back from that. And it looks like our switch timer's almost up. Oh, maybe it's a single move Melmetal because it was just using Rock Slide. Or they were just trying to avoid the debuff. Doesn't bother me either way. We are going to make an aggressive swap, take them out, launch another superpower here. The danger is that they farm us down and get to another Earthquake. Earthquake would still be pretty strong against Kyogre, but I think one Waterfall should do. So if we survive, that fast move that went through will KO, but we do not survive. Wow. This is why CP matters, folks. I had I can power up my Kyogre like 200 more CP, but it's just going to cost a ridiculous amount of Stardust and candy, so I haven't done it yet. But that Groudon, you know, only won because it was 200 CP higher than my Kyogre. This is not the best possible lead here, but they had a little lag, so that's pretty good for us. Oh, and it's Mud Shot instead of Dragon Tail, so that does make this matchup a bit better. And they blocked, which means they really need to get the charge move off. That makes me inclined to believe that they have Outrage equipped. Yep, there it is. So yeah, not a Sand Tomb bait. Yeah, I overfarmed too much. That was a misplay on my end. There's the next Outrage. We will immediately go for that Shadow Ball so that they have to shield or let the Garchomp go. Okay. They decided to bring in Mewtwo, and I'm going to throw the Shadow Ball. They're very close to a Psystrike, if not already to a Psystrike, so they probably block here, and then I'm swapping out into Melmetal and just praying they don't have Focus Blast, but they're building up a lot of energy. So either they want to hit us with multiple moves, or they do have a Focus Blast that they are storing up. If I can force them to use a lot of energy, I can come back in and farm down with Shadow Claw from Giratina, so that could be good. Wow, Shadow Ball. Yeah, Mewtwo's attack stat is super high, so it's definitely going to win CMP. Is this another Shadow Ball? It is, that's fine. They are energy dry now, so I can come in and hard farm. Oh, maybe not. I thought I had more time. Will this be a Psystrike? That would be good. Yeah, Psystrike. Yep, that Garchomp just fed my Giratina and gave it energy. Ooh, and Metagross in the back. That's perfect. We are going to do super effective damage and make an aggressive swap into Kyogre, which is going to be chunking health from that Metagross. There we go. All right, same team, and I'll probably start to switch things up just for fun after I finish this set with this team. Into a Machamp. This is a very good matchup. Machamp's attacks will primarily be resisted. Okay, we have a great counter to Dialga with the Melmetal. The problem is Dialga can take one superpower, so I want to farm up pretty much all the energy I can so that I can get to 3 superpower attacks. Oh, they have Thunder. That's very unique and interesting. Okay, so we are going for superpower number 1. We'll probably block that. Whoa, they didn't block it. That's interesting. The first one is usually the strongest. We will see if they protect themselves from the second one. I'm going to bait with Rock Slide. It'll chip damage if it lands, and if it doesn't land, yeah, then we've protected ourselves a bit there. Going for superpower number 2, they'll either have to give us their last shield or give up the Dialga. They did give us that last shield, and then they swap into the Machamp. Fine by me. There was quite a bit of time left on that switch clock. I don't need to block this, I don't think. I kind of forgot about payback, though. Okay, yeah, so fortunately it was not payback. So I can over farm a little, and one Shadow Ball should more or less do it here. Oh, and we got extra farm. That's good. Dialga's probably coming back. Oh no, it's a Snorlax. Okay, well, we are just going to chip whatever we can. Which, admittedly, is not much. They're just going to farm us down and get stacked on energy, which is terrible. Okay, so we are going to bring in our healthiest Pokemon, which is Kyogre. And I'm going to let this through. I don't know what the attack will be. Just a Body Slam. Not too bad. So I'm going to let this next Body Slam through and then make an aggressive swap into Melmetal, because Melmetal is going to have a really good matchup here. Superpower should KO from this range. Oh, but it does not. So that is not looking great for us. I'm going to block this because we will get to the next superpower. That does leave the Kyogre defenseless if the Snorlax farms down, which could plausibly happen now that we have debuffed. Can we get the... Yes! We get to the superpower. Melmetal for the win. When I first started playing this game, I was so angry that I didn't have Melmetal and that it wasn't accessible to more people, because I just lost to Melmetal all the time. So when I finally got one, I just... Man, I got all the candy I could possibly get for it. And this Melmetal is completely maxed, and I still have plenty of candy left over. It is the highest it can go without being XL'd, and I love it so much. Alright, Gira-O into Togekiss. I'm going to go into Kyogre because Kyogre does neutral here and against quite a few counters. Oh yeah, Melmetal is actually not too bad as a counter here. Hopefully I can get it to use Rock or Superpower at some point. They'll probably go straight Rock Slide. That's the move that makes the most sense. But now I have to decide, is it worth it to use shields and win swap? Or should I let the Kyogre go and go in and get a lot of energy farmed up on Giratina? I think I'm going to let it go. If we could get to another Surf, that would be amazing. Yeah. I wonder if they'll block. That would be great if I could win Switch. They do block. They do not want me to have anything against that Togekiss. But now we have shield advantage, which is good. I don't have to block anything coming from this Melmetal. Giratina's going to do really well here. And Giratina can hold its own against the Togekiss insofar as a Shadow Ball will be an incredibly strong attack and chunk massive amounts of damage there. So I'm going to go ahead and throw the Shadow Ball, hoping to get that shield. We do not get the shield, that's fine. I will aggressive swap into Melmetal. Okay, their response is a Mewtwo. They got one Psystrike in. I meant Psycho Cut. So this is a Psystrike, I think. Yeah. 4, 5, 6 Psycho Cuts. Just want to make sure they're not going for anything bigger than Psy Strike. 7. So that could very well be a Shadow Ball. I'm going to block there because Shadow Ball would be very bad at this range. I really need to get their last shield. I think they're at 3 or 4 Psycho Cuts now. If we could... Okay, good. We can aggressive swap into the Mewtwo. Oh boy. Oh no. Okay. This could be a flamethrower, which is really bad. Best case scenario is we farm down, have a Rock Slide ready to go. Oh man, that Mewtwo is loaded, and I think at this range the Psy Strike would KO. Okay, they didn't throw. They didn't hit the button fast enough. So we've got the Rock Slide. Let's go. You've got it, Melmetal. Rock Slide. All right. And we are able to snag the win there. That was a very dangerous situation, so kudos to my opponent. Okay, let's see if we can get 4 and maximize our rewards here. Giratina into Dialga, very bad lead. We can handle it with shields down, so I'm going to switch into Melmetal. This is very bad for us. The Melmetal is going to have to go down. That's just the way it's going to have to be. So I'm just going to try and throw back-to-back superpowers to chunk health from this Groudon. So we're going to go down here. I could come in with Kyogre because Kyogre does super effective damage, but Kyogre is not going to threaten the Dialga necessarily, and I do want some energy on the Giratina. Really afraid that's Earthquake. Alright, just a Fire Punch bait. I hope that means this is Fire Punch as well. We'll see. Yep. Alright, so, you know, not great, but not terrible. Could be worse. Back comes the Dialga, and Shadow Ball is going to chunk a lot of damage if they let it go through, which they do. Okay, Kyogre resists Steel, so I think that's probably Iron Head, so I'm going to risk it. Oh my. Wow, what is with everybody running Thunder right now? I thought Draco Meteor was like the secondary move, but we are just going to get farmed. Yep, totally did not expect Thunder, so fair enough. GG. And we get a Skarmory here. Not bad, not bad. I'll just feed that candy to the Skarmory that I want to XL. Alright, climbing back over 2,000. That's not bad. Another 20,000 plus Stardust there. These Google Play gifts have been pretty good. They've got pretty decent rewards. I got a lure module from one of them, so that was pretty nice. Okay, how much time left on the star piece? Just 7 minutes, so that's enough time for probably one battle here. I don't know what Pokemon y'all might be interested in seeing. I do have my own Dialga and Groudon. I've been playing with a Machamp. Yveltal, of course, is a new Pokemon that's pretty cool. I think I'll run this Machamp team real quick here. Presumably the meta is going to change throughout the night, so who knows? Who knows what will happen? Okay, Machamp into Metagross. This is not bad, especially with a Shadow Metagross. Okay, yep. So I'm going to swap into Mewtwo 4, 5, 6, 7. This could definitely be Shadow Ball. Just a Psystrike, so they are at 2, 3, 4. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So they threw at the same time as me. Oh, they don't have Shadow Ball. Well, that was excellent gameplay on their part, keeping that concealed. Okay. Well, if I get Thunderbolted, that won't be fun, but it won't be as bad as getting hit by Shadow Ball. Yeah, that's a lot of damage. Will they swap out? They will. I'm gonna save that Shadow Ball. Although I'm upset that I gave that Metagross as much extra farm as I did. Yeah, Meteor Mash is not gonna be great here. If this is another Meteor Mash, which fingers crossed it will be, yeah, then we can probably just farm down. Maybe not. Yeah, the 20% attack increase on Shadows is really pretty serious, so. Alright, this is not looking good because both of our Pokemon in the back are in the red and both of them are weak to Giratina. Yeah, this is done. So it looks like I probably won't be able to claim a Stardust Roar. Well, maybe. We'll try one more and see if I can claim that before the star piece runs out. I'll use the same team. This has worked out pretty well in other situations. I did a 4-0 set with this team yesterday. Perfect. Machamp into Melmetal. Switch into Palkia. I probably should have gone into Metagross retrospectively. But I do know that Mewtwo will outpace, so that's pretty good. Yep, they'll have to block there. I will have to expend shields, but I think I can get to 3 Psystrikes and KO before they get to 3 Aqua Tails. Winning Switch is going to be important here so that I can line up Machamp with Melmetal. Yeah, they want very badly to win Switch. And Palkia charges pretty quickly, but Dragon Breath is not as energy efficient as Psycho Cut. So that should KO. Yep. And Melmetal comes back. They're going to have to throw, or I'm going to hit them with Shadow Ball. Wow. Yep, they were just trying to Thundershock down. Not the best move, Melmetal. Probably Superpower. Yep, but I think they probably had another one loaded. They just didn't tap it immediately. I think they misjudged how much energy I have, but that should, take out the Melmetal. Okay, so they have a Ho-Oh, which is real bad for me. My only chance, basically, was getting to that Rock Slide, so they will have an Earthquake, and that will destroy us. Nicely done with Ho-Oh at the end. I thought I was in a really good position there. If I had won, just one more fast move, the Rock Slide would have done super effective damage to Ho-Oh. Okay, we're going to get through the end of this set and then start another star piece before we claim rewards. What other teams do I have here? Let's look at Dialga and Groudon. I don't think I've used either of those in the matches that I've shown you all tonight. Okay, Dialga on the lead into Garchomp. We'll see what move it's using. This is a pretty iffy matchup. They are Dragon Tail, so it is going to take them a fair amount of time to charge up and attack. They often bait Garchomp, like Dragon Tail Garchomp users usually bait with, Sand Tomb, which is what I expect this is, so I needed to put pressure on their shields in order to justify expending a shield myself, because they're going to be doing a lot of damage. They're low enough, it doesn't matter if they feint us out, that's fine. So I'm going to farm down with Giratina because it has broad utility. Ooh, that is real bad. Well, I'm not going to just let them farm down. Correctly called the Body Slam. I'll shield this one. Switch into their Metagross. I'm going to throw Fire Punches to stall, because if I can switch into Giratina, that would be a really good situation. Well, they are... Yeah, they're out of shield, so I guess I may as well KO. Oh, this is bad. I guess I've got to go for Fire Punch because I am not going to make it to Earthquake. I maybe should have overfarmed a little more on the Metagross, but man, I just did not want to get hit with a Meteor Mash. That's such small damage. If they do Body Slam is resisted, but it's still going to bring us very low. This is not looking great. Going for another Shadow Ball. Man, this is going to be razor thin. Wow. Wow, okay. Let's go. I really thought we were just done when I saw that Snorlax come out. All right, team effort between Giratina and Groudon to take down the Snorlax. Dialga into Dragonite. This is an amazing lead for us. Dealing super effective damage while taking neutral damage. This is going to go pretty well, I think. They do beat us to charge moves, but the charge move is just going to be neutral. Yeah, it's fine. And they are staying in. And whatever comes out next is going to feint us out, so we're going straight for the big move. Yep, there is Draco Meteor. Okay, they called the bluff, that's fine. They're gonna farm us down. Gonna come in with the Groudon, and they switch into Mewtwo. That's great, because I have Giratina O ready here. And they are a Confusion Mewtwo, so it's going to take them a little bit longer. I mean, they do more fast move damage, but it's going to take them a little longer to charge, which is great with me. I've already done lots of fast move damage. We can outpace them, I think, to the second Shadow Ball. So I'll have to block here, but that's okay. We will also do lots of damage to the Metagross with Giratina. So that should be finishing off the Mewtwo, and our switch clock is almost up, so I'm going to farm and swap out here. Yep, I probably could have just thrown Shadow Ball. I didn't think I would have it before the switch clock came up. It's an Earthquake, very powerful move. I mean, being we're here, we will go ahead and go for the Earthquake ourselves, which should be enough to KO the Metagross from this range. All right. So I think we're 2-2. Hopefully this next battle turns out well. I'm gonna stick with Dialga, Giratina, and Groudon. I think Groudon is still the highest ranked in Master League Classic, by the way. Okay, Dialga into Kyogre. This is not bad. All of Kyogre's attacks are going to be resisted. They bring in their own Dialga, so I am going to pop in with Groudon. Groudon takes neutral damage from the Dragon Breath, which is quite a bit. But also, all of Groudon's moves are super effective against Dialga. So I will shield once. I'm going to overfarm so that they know we could potentially have an Earthquake, and I'm going to go for a Fire Punch. This is a win-win situation because Fire Punch is going to do a lot of damage. And so we either chip a bunch of health or we get the shield. Either way is fine with me. they did just let it go down, so we are going to be taking super effective damage here, but Earthquake is going to do a lot. And they let it go through, which is perfect. I'm going to go ahead and come back in with Dialga. I think the worst this could be is probably Thunder, because Blizzard would be resisted, but yeah, they didn't have a Thunder built up. Ooh, and it is Togekiss, so they are putting all their eggs in the T-Kiss basket, which is not bad. They saved both shields, which makes a lot of sense. Iron Head would be super effective, and okay, great, we get to the next Iron Head. Hopefully this gets the other shield, and it does. That's perfect, because we have done a fair amount of chip damage, so one Shadow Ball should be enough to KO, and we don't quite get to the Shadow Ball before their charge move. But Kyogre doesn't have anything that's going to be too bad against Giratina, so I think it's pretty safe to go ahead and use the shield here and then throw Shadow Ball. Doesn't quite feint out the Togekiss, that's okay. That means we get a little extra farm, a little more energy, and this Kyogre is actually within farm down range. Yeah, so we Shadow Claw down. Very nice. Giratina turning out to be the MVP of GBL tonight. So we snagged some more wins. That's pretty good. And I'm actually going to take a battle break here. I think that's 2 sets that we've gone through. So I'm going to stop this stream and hop into another stream with you all shortly. But I'm going to wait to start my star piece and claim my rewards until after I have taken my break. So I'll be back in, I don't know, maybe 15 or 20 minutes. I'm going to take a walk around the park and then we will get back at it. So I hope that you'll join me on the next stream as well and continue to enjoy the battle night here in Go Battle League.